Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Today we're going to take a look at the differences between the TLX, the F350, and the NMC trucks. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome to this comparison video. Again, we're going to look at the NMC trucks, the F350, and the TLX trucks. So comparing them, we're kind of going to divide these up into a couple of different categories. I'm going to show you guys a list of everything, all the kind of stats for these trucks, essentially, at least what I found was important. But a couple of notes, I'm going to miss stuff, so just be aware of that. Feel free to let me know down in the comments in a nice way what I missed or what you think should have been included in this. And also, too, I'm not trying to go out and say which is the very best for you. I might say which one's the best for me just because it's my personal opinion, but you might just, even if one truck doesn't necessarily do as much or one or the other, you know, or has less horsepower, you might like the look of it, the sound of it, the price of it, however. So I'm just going to compare all these trucks and give you guys kind of a baseline so you can make a decision. So we're going to start off by going through each truck individually, and then we're going to go ahead and compare them all at the very end. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First up, we'll go over the NMC. So this right here is the NMC Scarak 3500. So if we go into the store, actually, if you go under cars here, under NMC, we have the Rambler 2500, 3500, the Raptor 2500, 3500. We have the Reaper 25, the Reaper 35, and the Scarak 25, Scarak 3500. These trucks are all essentially just looking a little bit different, but their features, functionality, prices, customization options are all essentially the same. The only main difference I noticed was the Raptor actually had one less bumper configuration compared to the other trucks. So yeah, that's just something to note. So let's go in here and actually talk about this real quick. So some of the things I'm talking about here, as far as different objects that are on my comparison chart that you want to see. So obviously I'll have a photo of the truck on the chart, which if I just show you the chart, this is what the chart looks like right here. But we'll go what everything means in that chart in just a second. So going down the side of that chart though, customization category. So each one of these individual customizations, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and so on, is a customization category. So that's what I'm talking about with customization categories. Now colors, rim color, each one of these is going to be one rim color, obviously. Same with main color. And same with design color when I talk about how many color options there are. Now down here below, I also have customization totals. So for example, I'm going to add up the total of all these. So let's say 1, standard is 1, that's 2, back to standard. So that'd be 2 there. So I'd say 2, plus if we go over here, rim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyhow, however many there are there, that's an additional however many that is. So the standard options on here also count as one customization option available on each of these categories. So it's the total of all the customizations available here, not the total possible combinations, because that'd be way too much on there. Then I'm also going to talk about horsepower low, horsepower high, and with horsepower low and horsepower high, I'm going to tell you how much it costs to get that. Because sometimes, for example, on engine configurations, it might cost you more to get a higher horsepower engine. So I'm going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to talk about the cost low, which is the base cost, and the cost high, which is the cost if you have the most expensive configurations of everything, including color. And then I'm going to talk about capabilities such as, well, it has a truck bed. That's a capability. It has a flatbed. It can tow things, gooseneck, fuel transport, liquid transport, log back, anything like that. So we're going to go through all of that all those various items as we go through this. So again, we're just going to talk about all that different stuff as we go through, and we'll talk about all that. So, and then that is kind of all the customization options on there. So that I'm going to talk about. So taking a look at the NMC Scarak here, which is going to work for all the NMC trucks. So in general here, we have 9 customization categories. We have 36 total customizations. And then if we go down to horsepower low, they're going to start out at a low of 400 horsepower and a high of 650 horsepower. To get that 650 horsepower, you're going to have to spend an additional $28,000. The cost low is $37,000, and the cost high is $76,640. Now, total capabilities, we have 6 total. They have a regular bed. So if we take a look, again, we have a regular bed here. We also have a log back, so there's capability 2. This thing can tow stuff on the back. Also, there's a gooseneck option available and a flatbed, so there's 2 more capabilities there. And we have service abilities here, so we can transport stuff as well. So a total of 6 from my count there. But yeah, that is the NMC truck. So they have 6 capabilities, and again, all those different customization options. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but colors for the rims, the main, and the design color, there's 79 total options for each of those. So yeah, there you go. All right, next up we have the Lizard F350. Well, we know it's a Ford, but and again, these are all for all platforms, by the way. So all these trucks are for all platforms. So going through the Lizard F350, now that we know what everything means, there's 8 customization categories, 37 total customization options. The horsepower low is 362 horsepower, and there's no actual additional horsepower you can add or subtract from that. So the max is 362 horsepower, which obviously is not going to cost you anything additional. The cost low is $32,500. The cost high with all the customizations is $35,350, so not a whole lot more. This thing has 5 total capabilities, so if we take a look at that, we do have a regular truck bed. We obviously can tow trailers, which actually may not even have a hitch on there that I put on, but you should be able to put it on so you can tow trailers. I know some of these options do, so it is possible. You also have a flatbed option, and then we also have a gooseneck option, which you can add in. I don't actually think I have many of them added in on there, but you do, and I have confirmed this can haul gooseneck style stuff with it. And again, flatbed and then fuel transport, so just a few different options on there, but otherwise overall a pretty fantastic truck. All these trucks, by the way, sound great, but yeah, so there you go. There's 78 possible rim colors for this truck. There are 70 possible main colors, and there's 70 possible design colors, so quite a few colors as well, which all of these do have. But yeah, there you go. So that is the F350. Continuing on from there, we have the TLX, which I had to divide the TLX into 2 categories. This is the only one that really had two distinguished trucks between the two. So I have the TLX 2020 and the TLX 2020 6.7 liter. So I'll talk about both of those as we go through. So for customization categories, both the TLX 2020 and the 6.7 liter had 12 customization categories. They both had 98 total customizations. And then if we go to horsepower low and high, so for the TLX 2020, horsepower low is 180 horsepower, horsepower high is 280 horsepower, which will cost you an additional 2,200. Then for the TLX 6.7 liter, 450 horsepower is the base horsepower. Then horsepower high is 510, which will cost you an additional $4,500. Continuing from there, the cost low for the TLX 2020 is $28,000. The cost low for the 6.7 liter is $36,000. The cost high for the TLX 2020 is $36,970, and the cost high for the 2020 6.7 liter is $52,470. Now, obviously, all the beds are interchangeable between the TLX 2020 and the 6.7 liter version, so we have 11 total capabilities that I count on here, which I'll go through. So they both have a regular standard truck bed that you can use. They both can tow trailers. They both can tow gooseneck. They both have flatbed options. They both have fuel transport options. They both have liquid transport options. They both have slurry spreader options. They also both have log backs. They also both have a auto bale loader, which can hold 3-round bales. They have low loaders, as well as a bulk haul option. So yes, a lot of different options on there. And actually, I'm going to talk about a couple of things with this as well while we're here. So if we go over to miscellaneous and go through, so there's obviously, we have the flatbed, we have the dump trailer there, so they can haul everything on there, which I actually don't even know if I have that on my list here. Oh yeah, bulk haul, that's on there. Okay, perfect. This doesn't count as anything additional, and this is what it is. As far as points, this is the what I'm going to call the low loader style, because you can put it on there, lower it down, and you can drive stuff onto it. So that style is there as well. In addition to that too, this is the only truck that actually has some various trailer options as well that come with it, that you have available under different categories. So we have the tippet trailer, liquids, logs, and then yeah, so there's a few other options on here which I'm not counting these as additional options for the truck, but they're just something to consider as well, taking a look at. So just to be aware of that. Now also too, the TLX has a lot of different color options. So the 2020 and the 6.7 both have 86 color options for rims. The TLX 2020 has 83 main color options, while the TLX 6.7 liter only has 82 color options for the main color. And the color design, there's 84 possible options for both the TLX 2020 and the 6.7 liter version. So yeah, these things they all sound fantastic. Just to give you a little bit of a sound test there. Horn, lights look good on them. We hop out of here, we'll go take a look at the TLX. Sounds great. Horn, big old truck horn on that. Lights, looks good. We hop over to the NMC. This is actually one of my favorite noises. I love this truck noise on here. There you go. And again, that's a very loud horn. Looks might matter to you as well, so you might want to grab something that fits your liking. And obviously they'll have more trucks come out, but I wanted to compare kind of the 3 main switchable body trucks that are kind of available for you guys. So actually, let's go ahead and, just because it'll make my life a little bit easier here, let's go ahead and pull up that chart and take a look here. So this chart now compares all of them, so you guys can kind of get just kind of a quick overview. So again, customization categories. The winner was the TLX versions with 12 customizations compared to the F350 at 8 and the Scarak at 9. Or all the NMC trucks in general. Then going down customization total, the TLX won by a lot with 98 total customization options, while the F350 came in second at 37, and then the NMC in last at 36. Horsepower, the winner for starting horsepower is going to be the TLX 6.7 liter at 450. The winner for the most possible horsepower is actually the NMC truck at 650, though you are going to pay a pretty penny to get it. Cost low. The cheapest truck is obviously the TLX 2020, and the most expensive starting truck is the NMC. And also, as far as cost high, the cheapest truck is going to be actually the F350 at cost high, and the NMC is going to be the most expensive at cost high. And then you can look at the capabilities down there as well as the color options on the bottom. So yeah, just a quick comparison to show you guys the differences between these trucks here. But yeah, that is what I got for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.